Dude, you coming?
Alka-Seltzer Plus Power Max Gels, Cold and Flu Relief, with more concentrated power. Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, Winter Warriors with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Imagine what a new color can do to transform the home you love. Certic Pro Painters is ready to turn every wall into a colorful new coat of
girlfriend of one of the people who is currently in the hospital. A little glimmer of hope for them today as he was taken off a ventilator, and they were there as that happened. Again, this is really just the beginning for bring each other together.
And those people will be coming together in the days and weeks and years ahead. A moment here in Maine history we will never forget. We've been sharing those statements from Governor Mills, from Senator Collins, and we know that Senator King was one of the first people to learn. He sent me a text just a few minutes ago saying it will take a long, long time to process this pain. The Maine people have grit, resolve, and heart. We will come together through this difficult grieving period and hope for brighter, calmer days ahead. But again, something where we will remember this. We will remember this moment in Maine history. Certainly the law enforcement, the families forever changed from the violence on Wednesday night.
Yeah, and before we go back out to Terry, because I know we have his mic now, I wanted to read this, is the statement from Carl Shalene, who is the Lewiston mayor. The people of Lewiston can breathe a sigh of relief now that the suspect for Wednesday's violence has been found dead. I know I speak for the entire city when I say the men and women of Lewiston's police department, Maine State Police.
All right, some audio issues there. We know there's a lot of cell phone service that is how some of these signals are transmitted back to us, but I think that it's really noteworthy in many of these statements that we're getting from public officials. That phrase sigh of relief is being used consistently throughout, and I know here in our workplace here at Channel 8 in the newsroom, when we got word, you could almost collectively hear and feel that sigh of relief as the newsroom, which is never quiet, quite candidly. There was a moment where people just took a breath and realized that at least this portion of that search, this intense manhunt, that urgent manhunt.
Let's go back out now live to Connor Clement, who is near where Robert Card's body was found. And Connor, it seems like that scene has gotten a lot busier in the last couple of minutes or so. Set the scene for us.
Yeah, Megan, it certainly has gotten a lot busier here. We were actually one of the first media crews to arrive here about a half hour ago. And as you can imagine, much more media presence, more law enforcement presence here as well. What you're taking a look at once this truck gets out of the way, we'll wait for a second here. Opportune timing there. What you're taking a look at is Capitol Avenue out back here, a law enforcement detail blocking off that road. About a quarter of a mile from where we are right here is Maine Recycling. We've had reports tonight come to us telling us that is where Robert Card, the suspect in these Lewiston shootings, has been located tonight. We heard Commissioner Soschuk confirm to us tonight as well. We had reports earlier of this, but he confirming to us that he died or is deceased by a self-inflicted gunshot wound. I've been referenced as to where we are in Lisbon Falls, in accordance to where officials found Robert Card's vehicle on Wednesday night, abandoned at that boat launch in Lisbon. That's just about a mile up the road here to my left. So a very close proximity. Lisbon High School is just down off to our right here. Here we are in Lisbon Falls again, and about a mile from that boat launch. And again, back here, about a quarter of a mile back, is Maine Recycling. That is where Robert Card's body has been found this evening. Those searches were not satisfied. They deployed divers into the water. We know that divers went into the water sometime in the late morning, early afternoon. Commissioner Sawchuk in the 5 p.m. press conference held in Lewiston tonight told us that at 5:30 the divers were still actively searching the Androscoggin River around that boat launch. We know that helicopters have been present in the sky pretty much throughout the entire day. There's one above us now. So it's been a very, very active scene here in Lisbon. At times over the past 3 days, it's been a very active scene here in Lisbon and Lisbon Falls. We've been following the details here. We've also been led to Bowdoin, where last night's search warrants were executed on Meadow Road, and we actually have a live advisory coming to us, a public safety alert, notifying the public that the search is over for Mr. Card. The caution is over. Hunting may resume. So that was one of the other things. Deer hunting season starting here in Maine tomorrow. Just 4 towns were prohibited from hunting. That sounds like that may be over. That alert coming on our phone just as we're live on the air here. So we'll dig into that a little bit more. But ultimately, guys, we know that Robert Card has been found deceased back here at Maine Recycling, in the vicinity of Maine Recycling, dead by a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The 40-year-old suspect who is responsible, police say, for killing 18 in Lewiston on Wednesday night, injuring at least a dozen more. So you guys can assume that many here in Lisbon and Lisbon Falls, and of course many folks in Lewiston, can sleep a little bit easier tonight knowing that Robert Card is no longer at large. John, Megan?
Okay, Connor, Commissioner Sawchuk also confirming that news of the hunting ban in those 4 towns being lifted for tomorrow as well. And as we continue our coverage here tonight, if you're just joining us, we do know that the suspect in the mass shootings in Lewiston at 2 locations has been found dead. His body was found, as Connor was just reporting, there in Lisbon Falls.
At 7:45.
Auburn area, and she's been intermittently providing me updates on the condition of her brother, who was shot multiple locations, and he has been on a ventilator at different points. He's underwent surgeries. Doctors were planning to do another procedure. That was the hope, but at the time just wasn't stable enough. And she just posted an update saying that her brother is on a throat ventilator as opposed to that breathing apparatus being placed in his mouth. So it is a dire situation for one family in particular at this moment.
All right,
Okay.
Terry, thank you. Yeah, a lot of from the Lewiston community, just reading a statement from Lewiston Mayor Carl Shaleen, who's saying, I said it before and I'll say it again, Lewiston people are known for our strength and grit, and we will need both in the days to come. Again, we heard from Senator Angus King. Also new right now, hearing from Merrick Garland, from the Justice Department, the Attorney General of the United States, saying this evening law enforcement recovered the body of Robert Card, I'm going to read it verbatim here, the suspect in the horrific mass shooting in Lewiston on Wednesday night. I want to thank our state and local law enforcement partners, along with the FBI, ATF, U.S. Marshals, and other federal officials who have been working day and night to locate the shooter and keep the affected communities safe. Although we are grateful that the suspect in this case no longer poses a threat, we know that nothing can bring back the lives he stole or undo the terror he inflicted. The FBI will continue